On this week of Kickin' It Wit Killa, we have recording artist Taz Bagga, but of course he changed the name to Courtney P. We talk about his journey, and the big question is, why did he change his name from Taz Baggs to Courtney P? We got all that and more, so pull up your seat, spark that brain, and let's kick it.
We kicking it, kicking it, kicking it. We ain't taking no L's. I don't care how they feel. We kicking it, kicking it, kicking it.
Yo,
Courtney P, what's going on with you, brother?
what's up, my G? What's good, Killer? What's going on?
I can't call it, man. I think the last time we actually saw each other was for the video, right? For the music video,
yeah.
playing tricks. Yeah. That definitely was a banger, man. For those who don't know, we did a track not too long ago. I made the beat and kind of sent it out to a couple different artists, and Taz, he killed the hook, the most important part of the song, the hook right there, and he killed it. And if you can get a chance, man, definitely check it out. It's definitely a banger right there. I want to thank you for coming on to the show today. And the way I want to start this thing off, right? I don't know if you know, the way we start this thing off, we have something that's called the quick kick. I'm going to give you a couple names, right? We're going to get two names. So it's either this or that. You can only pick one, this or that. All right?
All right.
And listen, I didn't make it easy for you, okay?
All right, I'm ready.
This or that, Dipset or G Unit?
For the mixtape era, they both had a crazy time in the mixtape era. I would have to say, that's a hard one right there. I would say it was a time I was messing with Dipset real heavy. I think Dipset have a more impact on the culture than G Unit did, because ain't nobody wasn't wearing G Unit sneakers and stuff.
You're right.
Well, at least in my hood, you feel me?
Well, even to this day, there's still some people out there wearing the Dipset stuff. I saw it not too long ago. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Okay,
So
okay.
They had a bigger influence on us.
Right. So we're gonna go with Dipset then, huh?
Yeah, fact.
There we go. We're going with Dipset. All right, here we go. The Locks or Outkast?
Yeah, hold up. Cause Outkast, my cousin, rest in peace to Toot, is that's his rest in peace. That's his obituary right there behind me, if I can see. But
Okay.
he's from Philly and Atlanta, and he put me on Outkast a long time ago, and I think that's where my versatility come from.
Right.
Listening to them, but the Locks was the first group that I knew, the words to, that I used to recite as a kid.
Right.
So that's a hard one right there. I'm gonna have to say true to my roots, man. Go with the Locks, man.
Go with the Locks.
Go with the Locks.
Okay. You know what? Either one, Outkast or the Locks. I think they were like, it's almost like, man, I can't go wrong either way I pick right there. So you just picked up on something. You dropped something down. Outkast is what got your versatility, right? So the way you write your stuff, right? It's probably of a mixture of that East Coast lock stuff and a little bit of that down south, which I can hear the down south, a little bit of that down south Outkast, and you kind of mash that whole thing together, huh?
I'm all that in one. You feel me? Because my roots is down south, but I'm from up north, so it's like you get a little bit of both of that in my music.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're gonna get deeper into that a little bit later on. So one more for you. You can only pick one, this or that. Jay-Z or Nas?
I'm gonna say my whole life, my mom was a Jay-Z fan, so I naturally grew up listening to Jay-Z. Every time his CD came out, my mom was listening to it, so I knew Jay-Z growing up. But now that I'm older and I know that knowledge is power, and I also know I always like Nas' first CD. That's one of my favorite CDs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Nas.
Nas?
I like consciousness. I like all that.
Okay.
All that is what I'm on. You gotta wake the people up.
Yeah, you do. I like that. Nas is the answer. So I did One Has to Go, right? And in my One Has to Go was Biggie, Tupac, Nas, or Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
And I got oddly enough, I got a couple Pac ones. I was like, okay, all right. They were just saying lyrically, the other ones are better, right? But probably the one that shocked me the most is like a high percentage said Jay-Z, like without a question. And I'm like, for real though? Like, really? Like, I didn't think it would be that easy. But yeah, a lot of people, it's crazy how a lot of people were like Jay-Z. Like, I did one person, I didn't even finish my whole thing, right? I gave him two people and
Yeah.
he said Jay-Z. He just jumped right in there, Jay-Z. I was like, damn, okay. All right, well.
Jay-Z is too big of an influence. First of all, when he came and got state property, and state property from Philly, so we was Philly was rocked out. Philly, Delaware, we was rocked out. We was all Jay-Z fans. So it's like we was all on that team from that because he picked us up. You feel me? And they was superstars to us growing up. You feel me? So I'm not going to pick Jay to be gone. I'm going to pick Biggie because he didn't have a lot of work. He left us before he had a lot of work for us to have.
Right, because
I,
he
I,
didn't really have a lot of projects out
he
there.
had
You're
two
right.
projects, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. And I think probably he probably since his passing, he probably had like two or three
Yeah,
more
yeah,
projects that dropped, but they
yeah,
were
yeah.
all essentially just recycling lyrics from his other songs that he might have done, or recycling whatever mixtape stuff he might have did before, right? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a
So
fact.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
and
that's
we
crazy.
ain't even got to talk about Pac. Pac still releasing stuff to this day. We
Yeah.
don't know. We don't know what the heck Pac got going on. He be
I,
having
I, sw- I
yeah,
swear he was sitting on an island somewhere just
yeah.
recording joints and deciding to drop it off real quick. Like, hey, he got his
His
one dude, like, here, put this out in
yeah.
the streets real quick.
His work ethic was like no other still to this day. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
you're right. Oh, I got one more for you that just kind of popped in my brain real quick, right?
Okay.
Since
All
we're
right.
since we're talking about this or that, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of mentioned a little bit before. So this would be the mixtape era or the
hmm
streaming era. What
hmm
what era do you like best? The mixtape era or streaming era?
No question, man. The mixtape era, that was nothing like it. It was nothing
Yes.
like it.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
would go to these streets and like I'm from Philly, so we had a street called 52nd Street is still there. I don't know if they sell mixtapes anymore, but you
Right.
go there and get anybody mixtape. You feel me? Sometimes you get two mixtape $5, stuff like that. You just go there and you just pick anybody. And you just this week is just be any. It's just I don't know. It's just a different era with so much music to pick from. Everybody was dropping.
You talk about how you used to go to Philly. I used to go to Queens, right? Jamaica
Yeah,
Queens
yeah,
on the Ave, and there was this
yeah.
one. It was actually a couple mixtape spots, but there was one in particular that had like some real like exclusive stuff, and it was crazy. You just walk by the stores, it's like they're all sitting out there selling the mixtapes. Yeah, the mixtape era was
Crazy game.
definitely yeah. It's nothing like that, man. Yeah, it's crazy. The mixtape era, definitely. So let's talk about the name Taz Bagga, and I know there's more to the name, right? But
Yeah,
for our purposes right now, we're just gonna say Taz Bagga.
we got
How
that.
how do we get that name right there?
Well, man, honestly, the streets gave me that name, man, because at the time, I was always a ladies' man,
Uh
and
huh.
one day my man he seen me like 3 times that day. He said every time he seen me, I was with a new girl. He was like, man, we just gonna start calling you Taz Bagger. And then and then we all laughed, and then it just stuck with me from then.
So we of course we transitioned from Taz Bagga to Courtney P. What was your thought process? What made you actually decide to change up on him real quick?
I just feel like, man, at this time, I just feel like it's all about my legacy. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, letting people know where I come from, who I really am. You feel me?
Right.
Taz Bagger is cool. Like, I was young Taz growing up. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Yep.
I grew up, and now I am Courtney P, who I've always been this whole time. But I just want people to know who I am, and my family got the same last name, which is Poe. This is my dad right here.
Okay. Okay.
So P, so it's Courtney P, and the P is heavy. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dad. This is my cousin right here, my cousin too. You feel me?
Okay.
His last name Pogue, and I wear them on my neck. This they ashes. I wear them around my neck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's very important to me to just keep my legacy going and just let people know what's going on in
I like
reality.
that. I like that. So you put a true, right now you just put a whole new meaning and whole new understanding behind the name Courtney P. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mm.
Um, which I think is heavy right there, man. What you just spit right there was just was heavy stuff. Carrying on that legacy, right? You
Yeah,
got the ashes sitting right there on the chain, right?
yeah,
So Courtney P is definitely a maturing transition for you, I would say, right?
yeah,
Is
yeah.
pretty much to say that, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, what would you say is the what would you like fans to see out of Courtney P as a comparison to Taz?
Um, Authenticity and originality. You feel me? Everybody like girls and chicken wings and having a good time and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. But like Kendrick said, sometimes the party, when the party over, you know what I'm saying? When you go back home, you know what I'm saying? Courtney
Uh-huh.
P is the soundtrack when reality comes on. You know what I'm saying? When that rent is in front of your house, whatever you going through, you feel me? It's just
Exactly.
reality, what we really going through. That's pretty much it. But Courtney P is we all like to have fun on a Friday night and go out and have a good time, get some drinks and chill with our boys and stunt and wear nice clothes and do our that's
Uh-huh.
who you feel me? That's who that is. But Courtney
Right.
P is reality. That's who I really am on an everyday level, on an everyday basis.
You've been in the music game for a good minute now. I remember, mixtapes that I was doing back in the days. I remember just, different events that was going on, uh, uh, recording sessions, all that stuff like that.
But
From the beginning of your music career to now, what would you say has been the biggest challenge for you?
my biggest challenge is just get new fans and new places.
Right.
That's why I had to leave back home. I had to go because where I'm from, people don't really listen to new stuff. They just listen to what they used to. If that's your boy, that's your cousin, that's what they gonna bump versus checking somebody new out. Or, oh, I heard he was hot. Let me see. People
Right.
don't really do that. It's buddy buddy. You feel me? So it's like you gotta go somewhere new because sometimes your biggest fan could be somebody you don't know versus trying to get your cousins and your uncles to
Right.
listen to you
Right.
tape. You gotta go out and go new places. So that's what I had to do.
So it's funny what you're talking about right now because I had a conversation with El Vadio, a little private
Yeah,
conversation. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind me talking about it, right? So,
yeah,
so I started doing a new project and
yeah,
essentially and personally just off myself, essentially off of a lot of people in the just in Delaware itself, all right, or in the
yeah,
industry that I've dealt with, that I've helped with somehow, some way along the way, right?
yeah,
Um whether it been, I don't know, interviewing them on a radio station, playing their music, and a recording, being an engineer for the recording session, whatever, right?
yeah,
Something that I probably have my hands on. So essentially, I was talking to El Vadio and I was like, it's not that I necessarily expect, but I kind of do. Like I kind of expect their support when now it's time for me to drop something or me to do something, like just kind of show me a little bit of love, right? So he told me, right? He said, you know what, Killer, like it's crazy like that, right?
yeah,
He said what you'll find is it's the new fans, the ones that you kind of expect that was going to show you the love, you know what I'm saying, that you
yeah,
showed them love and all that
yeah,
stuff like that, and
yeah,
they kind of not showing it back. He said, it's the new fans that the new fans, the ones you
yeah,
don't know, is the ones
yeah,
that's going to go all out for you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the ones that's going to show up and support for you. That's what I'm saying, which is crazy because you know what I mean,
It
like
mess your head up. It mess your head up because
yeah,
you
yeah,
thinking it's gonna be the person that have known you the whole time and watched you grow up and watch you. You think that's gonna be the person that be like, yeah, I love what you're doing, keep doing it. But it's the stranger who's
yeah,
buying all your merch, who's you know what I'm saying, writing posts and tagging your page and listening to your
right,
music all day. It's gonna be the person that you don't know versus the person that you thinking because they've seen the whole process of me being all the way down here and I'm here now. You thinking that we grew together, but sometimes it be strangers that show the
yep,
most love. Word. That's just
you're
how
right.
it is.
It's
You
crazy.
know?
It's crazy how that goes.
Yeah.
So, real quick, I want you to bring me through your process, right? I don't
Yeah.
know if you prefer, like I know you probably do a lot of recording at your house yourself, right? And then I know
Yeah.
probably there's times you go to the studio and do everything, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's your process into creating a new song, right?
Mm,
Let's say you get the beat. Let's just throw it this way. Let's say, like I when we did the joint together,
yeah.
I sent you a little beat. What is your process into thinking of what to come up with after the beat has already been established?
Man, I try my hardest to let it write itself.
Right,
You feel what I'm saying? I'm at the point where I don't have to really do too much, but I have to listen to
right,
myself. And I have to know when I'm coming up with something dope and to write it down. You feel what? Sometimes I just gotta listen, sit with myself and just listen with the beat. And then when I come up with something, I write it down on my phone or something. But I don't ever rush nothing, and I don't even like I don't like when people be like, I hear you on this beat. Here, do that. I'm always gonna do something better when I got the idea. But we can always meet each other halfway too.
right,
I
right,
can work like that as well. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd like to sit with it and I like to let it write itself. Like sometimes I might come up with the whole verse like this, or sometimes I might like my new single Step. All I had was the hook. I just kept saying the hook for weeks. I could not think about the verse.
right.
But then it just came to me just one weekend. It's just the whole damn song wrote itself.
So that's how you know you have a certain talent, right? Because you don't try to force it. You
Yeah,
let you you're kind of just like a lot of different artists I know, where you kind of work off a feeling, right? So if something just
yeah,
feels right, then you're like, okay, this is it,
yeah,
and you end up trusting yourself, your instincts, and end
yeah,
up coming up with hits, right? So you talked
yeah.
about your new song, Step. What sparked that idea to begin with, for you to decide to go in that direction and drop that track?
Just basically what we talking about, man. Listening to when we have feelings and stuff, and I just know that I'm really supposed to get let go of this person. I'm still kicking it with them, still chilling with them, still drinking with them, smoking with them, and doing all types of stuff with them. And I'm just in my brain is telling me I need to go and do something else because
Uh
it's
huh.
just not good for me. So that's basically what the song's about. It's times you just gotta step. You gotta listen
Yep.
to your heart. You gotta listen to your heart and step.
It's definitely a banger too. It's definitely
Thank
a
you.
banger.
I appreciate that. And
Yes, sir.
I want to say this too. I don't because I don't want the person to think the whole song is about them because it's not. I was talking about my ex. The
Okay.
first verse is majority about my ex. You feel me? So
Uh huh.
it's just different situations and stuff that helped me write that song. So it was not about one person or anything like that. But I just take different scenarios of my reality and I put them all in.
So what else can we expect you? What's dropping in the future? What else should we be checking out right now?
My next project I'm about to drop in like a month or two. I'm waiting for the date right now. It's called Real Me Too. And
Uh-huh.
Courtney P, Real Me Too. You feel me? It's just basically about my life, just different things, different stuff I got going on, stuff I never really talked about, stuff. All just I just like to be transparent
Right.
and let people know who I really am. And that's what I'm on this project. I'm just letting people know about my
Right.
past, how I consider it a street gospel because
Okay.
it's I'm talking about the Most High through my
Oh,
grandmother, but
uh-huh.
you know I'm from the streets, so it starts with that too. This is my
Let me
grandma
see.
right here.
Let me see, Grandma. Hey, Grandma.
Hi, how are
There we
you?
go. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I see you being a motivation for some of his music out there. That's beautiful.
Well, listen, Courtney is my very first grand, so he's very special to me. And I've always tried to encourage him to do his best, to do your best at all times. And if you fall down, get back up.
We always need somebody like that, man. And it's definitely good to see that you're the person that's like, hey, dust yourself off. Let's get back to this. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a great thing.
You
A
got
good
it.
motivation around them.
You got it. You got it.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome. You're
All
welcome.
right.
That's my best friend right there. She all over Real Me Too.
Okay. Okay.
She hosting that joint for me, praying on that joint for me.
I like
Yeah,
it.
man, we just doing everything real, man. Everything real. We ain't making no stories up or nothing. Everything is come from a different place in my life, and it's all
Right. I like it.
Keeping my family legacy alive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I got one more question for you. A little fun question. I know that you've had a lot of
Yeah.
people feature on your music.
Yeah.
Who is the one who's the one dream collab that you would like to see happen someday?
I never thought about that. I'm trying to think of like where I'm at right now that I know if I could link with this person, we can make some magic happen. Erica Badu. Uh,
Okay.
it'll just be somebody that you wouldn't even expect me to do, or it'll be somebody from my like one of the legends, like Beanie Siegel or something. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I can go different ways. I can give you something conscious and nice that'll just be like, what the, or I could give you something street over here with it, but still,
What if
you
we
know what
gave
I'm
you
saying?
something with Andre 3000? Just throwing it
Oh
out there.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that'd be
saying?
hard, but
That's
he'd probably be playing the flute or
yeah,
something.
but
He
we got
probably,
we got to tell him to put the flute down though. You got to
yeah,
put the
yeah,
flute down.
he gonna be playing an instrument or something. I'm with it, dog. I'm with it. He can do whatever he want to do. Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah.
Hey, Courtney P, man, I want to thank you for coming in, man. Definitely
Thank you, man. Thank you
sharing what
for
you got
having
going on. Your next project, we definitely gotta get back up, talk about it, see what else is
me.
going
Yeah,
on, what else is new with you. So
got
definitely
you.
appreciate everything you got going on, brother.
I got you, man. Much love. Much love.
And of course, y'all were tuned into Kicking It With Killa. And remember, doesn't matter what season you're in, whether it's the fallback, the get back, or the comeback, you're special, you have purpose. So get about there and get it. Peace.